Derek with Eliminex in Somerset County, Bridgewater. We're at this house. The ground bees, ground hornets. Some people think they're honeybees, but these are definitely ground hornets, and they're nesting in the bathroom vent. So sometimes I just go around. They'll just go around the vent itself and go into the wall, like on the right side. I see them coming out, but then I saw them coming out the plate. I'm like, what's that about? You know, I thought they were just kind of crawling down, but they're like going to the side and then coming out the bottom, and I was wondering what that was about. So I was spraying around the cracks and crevices, and then I open up that lid if I can right now, and there's actual bees nest inside the vent itself, and the closer I get, they're attacking me. But I'm wearing a bee hat and a jacket and gloves, but I'm not wearing gloves to do this video. So I was trying to. I've already treated it by overnight. The problem should be solved, but for entertainment purposes, I thought maybe I could play with it a little bit, but they get right on my hand. I can't. There it goes. So like they're coming out the lid. They're inside the vent itself, which is very dangerous. It's in a precarious position, and the bees are in the exhaust port, and that directly can go into the bathroom fan. Most likely this is a first floor. Maybe it's coming from the kitchen. I don't know. Probably coming from the bathroom, which would be, I don't know. This might be from the kitchen. This might be the kitchen vent on the first floor, or the bathroom on the other side of that wall. But they're inside the actual vent itself, so I have to wait till they die, which will be tomorrow, and then do the best I can to dig that bee's nest out. Luckily, it's not an exhaust fan. Oh, for a kitchen, because that could cause a fire, or a dryer vent. You know, that was a dryer vent. That could cause lint could get clogged up in there and can cause a fire. So that's a demonstration on why you have to check your dryer vents and your bath vents in your house. Primarily, those are the openings that mice can make a nest in. Oh, this is a big one. That's one of the bigger ones. That's in that nest. And he's dying already. They ingested the chemical I already put down. But they died pretty rapidly. That's about 4 times bigger. That must be one of the egg-laying reproductives that's in the nest, because the other bees are about half that size. It's not flying very well. It's already dying because it grooms itself and it ingests the chemical that I sprayed. That's a nice specimen. But the other drones, that's most likely as a egg-laying reproductive. That thing is pretty sizable compared to these other ones. Really tiny, little tiny drones. Several hundred in there. Half of the population's coming back from meetings, so this is in the fall, so likely they're not serving a nest, a colony anymore. They're just trying to survive post-season, waiting for the frost to come, and likely they'll die off. Well, for my treatment anyways. But they naturally will die off from the cold weather by nature. So I'm trying to, because the bees nest, oh boy, a bunch of them came out. Let's see if they fell down. They're mad. I'm wearing my bee hat, so it's got yellow color, and it breaks up the silhouette of my body, so I'm basically almost invisible to them. But they're in there, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to clean that vent out with the brush and a vacuum. And that should call it a day. And then use some silicone and seal around it. And that should be fine. 30-day guarantees. Probably all that's needed. Here, this one's already... Once they ingest the chemical, they don't die on contact. But once they ingest it, it's water-based, they ingest the chemical this way. And the problem will be solved, usually overnight. Sometimes in a situation where they're in the house, breached in the house, by the time people are calling me and they're all in the house already, the problem could still be persistent for a couple more days. And people will get the impression like what I did isn't working or I missed it. I tell them be patient. So one instance I had to go back and try to seal up all openings in that room that they were popping out of, including ceiling fan, baseboards around the trim work of the moldings. I'm spraying the product right here, but it's not inside of my spraying. I'm just spraying the cap part of it. So when they land on it, they'll come in contact with this micro cap product, and they'll survive long enough to go into the rest of the nests and infect them, and the problem will be solved. But over here, there's another one. These are ground nesting hornets. That one happened to make it higher, but here's another infestation. I wonder if any are going to come out. Yeah, here we go. They're coming out, in and out. They're underneath space. This is like a fake, like a plastic base. They look like a concrete pour. A concrete and any kind of gaps in there. They'll make a shelter or nest away from usually drip edges around the house, the overhangs. Usually you'll see it on the ground right by the foundation, because when it rains, the water doesn't drown out the colony, but here is a nice suitable spot for them. And I'm wearing a bee hat. But like this, I didn't know this was here until the homeowner told me and pointed it out. And then it took me some time to see the activity and then approach it with caution. But these things, as a homeowner, could just pop out of nowhere, because possibly they all sought shelter there overnight from another spot. So it's kind of people that have their own landscaping pointed this out to them. That's very helpful. Now that they're able to get nice sprayed around the foundation, up under the siding. So you see a lot of houses, even your house typically could have broken vents due to landscapers. There's a vent coming from the kitchen. Make sure they're operating properly so it doesn't even close. Like it opens and then it doesn't close right. Should put some kind of bug screen, some kind of covering on it. But you don't know you need it until it happens. But so aftercare, when I come back, I'll probably write down these suggestions. But in the meantime, I'm going to come back tomorrow or a day after, because tomorrow's going to rain. And I'm going to put my ladder up there, use a vent brush, and a vacuum, and clean that out really nice. And that'll be good to go. Okay, Derek with Eliminex. Thank you for watching.